My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. Now, how do you know when you're wrong? And how should you own up to your mistakes? Your mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Unfortunately, fortunately, up for debate, who cares? Now, when you make mistakes, you have to admit it. You have to admit the mistake. Depending on a few other things like politics and such, but because the way you learn is through making mistakes. But there's nothing to say there's nothing to say you shouldn't learn from other people's mistakes. Learn from my videos. Watch my playlists. I have made hundreds of mistakes. Watch one of the videos and I'll share a mistake or two with you. Oh, and it saves you the time from making the same mistake. Why do it yourself when I've made the mistake for you? Similarly, that's why I read books, because these people make mistakes. They've learned things, they've researched. Oh, I absorb it. And I make fewer mistakes. So you have to be humble to admit your own mistake. You always ask yourself, what don't I know? What am I doing wrong? How can I improve? A few days ago I was talking to my accountant and I was giving him the lowdown of what's happened in the whole scenario. And at the very end, I have this list of things. And at the very end of that list, I ask him the question, what am I doing wrong? Because anyone can do the right thing. Anyone can grow. But then it's like, you need to know what you're doing wrong so as to prevent that. You shouldn't get carried away. You know, what is called survivorship bias. You shouldn't get carried away saying, oh, I'm never going to be wrong. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm awesome. I'm pro. I'm awesome. You should always be reflective inwards and saying to yourself, what am I doing wrong? How can I improve? What could go wrong? What could go wrong? What's the downside? What's the risk? Where's the flaw? Where's the chink in the armor? Because you're only going to be as strong as your weakest link. And then your competition, your opponents, anyone could exploit that weakness. And that's your undoing. The bigger you are, the harder the fall. Indeed, it's true. But you then got to protect yourself, find your weaknesses. What I call, argue against yourself better than your opposition can. Because if you can argue against yourself better, then you're looking inwards to find your own faults and flaws and shortcomings and try and pave the cracks, so to speak, before the opposition can discover them and exploit that weakness. Like how when water gets into cement, in the winter it freezes, that water then expands and it cracks the cement, it all crumbles. Just like that. If you can find that crack from the beginning, then that water, the opposition, can't get in. When it freezes, it doesn't affect you. Exactly that kind of principle. You need to find out what you're doing wrong. Be humble enough to ask people, what am I doing wrong? How can I improve? And then make the improvement. Years ago, I used to ask people all the time, what do people say about me? It was 7 odd years ago. I used to ask people, what do they say about me? What's the public opinion, so to speak? People say, oh, don't worry about public opinion, or don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about opinions and what people say about you, because it's only words. Indeed, it's true, but there's a reason why they're saying that. Maybe to laugh at me, maybe to laugh with me, think I'm idiotic, whatever. What's that fault? What's the origin? What's the excuse for them to laugh at me or to ridicule me, and then figure it out and solve it? Okay, there's one or two things. Okay, so let's resolve those things to be better. Well, I'm not going into the details, but it's like, why not? Raise your standard. Raise your standard and just improve, and you become better and nicer and cleaner and more palatable, more appealing of a person. People talk about don't judge a book by its cover, but unfortunately, the way humans work, we're always looking for shortcuts, always looking for easy answers and solutions. We look at something and make a judgment straight away. Do we want to talk to that person? Do we want to read that book? Do we want to go there and do this? No thanks. F off. Done. Forgotten about. So you want to be humble and find out what's wrong with you. There's always something to improve. Same with me. There's always something to improve, and I'm not going into detail right now, but there's always something to improve. And you want to find those things and improve, get better, because you see that old saying, success begets success, is damn true. If you find the problem now and fix it, what's the compounded, what's the returns you're going to get? a year from now, you fix this problem, this little idiocy, age 10 or age 5. But if you, let's say like a bad habit, for example, you solve that habit in a young age, you'll be better off than had you not resolved that bad habit. You know, manners or whatever. You know, it's just raising your standard. This is an interesting thing as well. People, they just don't raise their standards. You know, they're just like at the bottom or something, or it's like in 10 years or whatever, or in 30 odd years, and they're at the same level as they were, or they've barely moved, and it's like, really? You know, you could have grown. You know, it's just raise your standard and be humble. Be humble when proven wrong, and ask and be curious. And how can I improve? What am I doing wrong? And we're always pondering as well. I've heard that you need to spend about 10 minutes a day just sitting and thinking and just saying to yourself, what am I doing wrong? How can I improve? Every now and then, let's say once a month, for example, something like that, I will sit down and I'll more or less meditate. TM, Transcendental Meditation, for 5, 10, 20 minutes, and all I'm doing is I'm just thinking inwards. I'm looking inwards at my actions and decisions and choices and what I'm working on. And I ask myself, is this the right course? Am I making the right decision? What am I overlooking? What am I missing? How can I improve? What could go wrong? Just thinking, just essentially reviewing everything I'm doing. And just the mind, the awareness that the brain just goes from like all over the place, like here, just slowly like here. And it's much more like you're in the forest, but when you go above the forest, you have a bird's eye view, and you see the problems are much easier than on the ground. And that's what I'm trying to do, just looking at everything I'm doing, the strategy, plans and tactics and priorities, and like, what am I doing wrong? How can I improve? What am I overlooking? What am I missing? Because you know your situation more than anyone else, and no matter how much talking and explaining you do, you will understand it better. Other people can help you as well, this is indeed true. But they need to know everything, and you can't always explain everything. There's like a mental blockage. It's like, you need to do this, but you just can't express it as easily. It's like 80% there, but not quite. It's like this one key phrase where it's like, I can't be asked to say it, but if I keep saying this, they'll eventually get that automatically. I don't know, it's like a blockage or something, but so they can never truly understand it. They can never truly understand your situation. They can have sympathy and empathy, and I believe it's sympathy is your pain is in my heart. I believe it's that one, empathy. Another one is like, oh, I empathise. Oh, I see your point. Yeah, okay. Well, I recognise your plight. But the one is, your pain is in my heart. And then we can see eye to eye. And when you can see eye to eye with people, then you can start to look at them in their life and decisions, or what they're doing wrong, what they're doing right. You know, don't worry about being criticised, because it's improving you. It's improving. You're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. Doing this wrong. Think about this. Think about that. Do this. Don't do that. Oh. Okay, I'll avoid this, I'll avoid that, I'll work on that, I'm curious about this, I'll look into that, how does that work, oh, why is that, and how can I improve? I have successfully separated emotions from decision making, where it's like, just tell me what to do. Don't say, oh, of course not, you can't do that. No, just yes or no answer. Yes, cool, thanks a lot. And then I'll get to it. You know, I'll ask a question, and if I get things like, oh, of course not, you can't do that, or no, of course not, don't be daft. Don't be just yes or no answer, that's all we fucking need. Then I can move on. Cool, thank you very much. But you've got to figure out what's wrong and work to improve it, work to strive to become bigger and better and stronger and faster as the song goes. Always moving onwards. Never being stagnant. So the question of the day to you is, do you spend time to reflect on your actions? Do you spend time to reflect on your actions? I do, as I mentioned earlier. But do you spend time to reflect on your actions? Comment below, tell me more about it. I'm very curious, very, very curious. In the meantime, however, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?